Hi everyone, I'm Anurag Srivastav, CEO of HR Next. What I'm going to talk about is something which has been very close to my heart for the last 25 years, ever since the dawn of the internet. I was fortunate to work in a company called Digital Equipment. So from 1996 onwards, I had access to high speed internet even then. And my IT department has been extremely helpful in, looking at the frontiers of technology. Now, something we had 20 years back was probably a simple robo software wherein we will feed in certain keywords and that robo software will scrounge the internet and get us the relevant CVs based on certain keywords. For example, you want to look for Java and C++ developers who have studied in maybe IITs or one of the two good colleges. What it would do is it will look at databases around the world, pull out the CVs and give it to you. Now, those kind of things were very common during that period of time, but social media took over somewhere in 2004-5 with the rise of Facebook. Now, that changed everything. What it meant was that you had more information about people than just uh, their resume. You have a 360 degree view of a person. You go to Facebook, you know everything what the person does, what kind of behavior he exposed. You go to LinkedIn, you know the entire professional career of that person, including the kind of recommendations he or she gets from people, the number of people who are there in their network. And you know you look at Twitter and you'll get the views of that person. So you have a complete set of information about a person. Now what you need is somebody who can actually integrate all of it, get all the data together and analyze for it for us. Now as humans are concerned, if you start doing it for everyone, your whole day will go. You will still not get much of an information. Now, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence again is something which learns as it goes along. You have the neural networks, you have machine learning, all those kind of technologies that have come in. So the more data it gets, the better it is. Obviously, computers have still not moved from a process where human inputs still decide what kind of output comes out. So it's not that artificial intelligence is really intelligent. That will happen only maybe 15, 20 years from now when you achieve singularity, which is the machine starts thinking on its own. Right now it is humans which is making it learn. It gets better with time. So what does it do for hiring processes? What do you need best? You need something that can source CVs for you, and AI can actually go around looking at various sources around the world and uh, create that kind of a database. The next thing that is needed is not just the screening bit of the CVs as well as this thing, but also helping making better hiring decisions. What does that mean? That would mean, you know, certain characteristics or psychological behavior or you know stuff like that to keep a better view of the person. Now there are AIs which are actually into facial recognition. I went to Bangalore and I met a lot of companies which are purely into using facial recognition to decide whether to hire or not to hire. Actually, that's a scary technology, and I'm not for it right now because maybe you're taking a wrong decision. Because after all, garbage in is garbage out. So if humans have put in their own biases, that should be negated over there. Now that's again a problem with artificial intelligence, because they will end up reflecting the biases of people already there. Now there is a way around it. You can always program it and make it better. Those unconscious biases AI can fight by giving it the right inputs. So going by it, I think the way I look at it is you can sort out hiring both from the sourcing point of view, from the screening point of view, and the decision making point of view. Now if you crunch that, that means it will replace a lot of you know recruiters, and the size of hiring companies will come down, primarily because some of the work which humans were doing will be replaced by a machine, which is obvious. uh, Social media again plays a very very large role in the whole process, But we mustn't overdo that, because what happens is then you get into the private space of individuals, and that's something that need to be avoided. So use social media with care. If you're a recruiter, focus on what the person can do rather than finding reasons why not to hire that person. So uh, you know and third is, you start using social media in an integrated manner, so you don't look at one part of it and say, okay, this is what is right. You have to make sure that you have a process which brings consistency between a Twitter account or a Snapchat or Facebook or whatever accounts that person has. And maybe that artificial intelligence that you have will be able to find discrepancy in a person's you know resume, because what happens is what people project are not always what they are, and you have to find a way to make sure that your opinion of them is consistent across. All right, so that's how we plan to use that. And let's uh, hope newer technologies come in, newer ways to do things. We are probably at the very nascent stage of using artificial intelligence and social media for hiring. Going forward, I hope there's a lot more integration into it.